Ship it or skip it!
Welcome one and all to Ship It or Skip It, the game that gives FedEx a run for its money. Our guest today always takes MLP's morals to heart, and I found out yesterday that he also takes bribes. Please join me in welcoming Brawny Buck.
Hey, this is one of my least favorite topics. I'm not coming out here for nothing. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine, and it looks like the audience is too. Let's get this game going, shall we?
Alrighty then. What do I do?
Simple. The machine you see here will spin until the faces of two characters appear. After a match is randomly selected, it's up to you to decide if this ship will sink or set sail. Are you ready?
As I'll ever be.
It looks like someone is getting matched with Fluttershy, and that person is... Discord.
Oh, I'm going to catch a lot of flack before this is over.
Not in this studio. Nobody actually wanted to sit in the audience, so we had to computerize all the applause. Nobody can hear you but me.
Then what of those cameras over there? Isn't this televised?
Do you think anyone actually watches this?
I honestly don't know, but that's not the issue right now. You want me to talk about Fluttercord, right?
Right. First things first, V-ups. Now's your chance to say anything that has the potential to make this ship great. I'll give you the floor. I'll probably interrupt you, but you can talk for now.
That's a tough question. If there's anything that would give this relationship a sliver of a chance, it would be that Discord could provide for Fluttershy. If he can keep himself under control, he'd be a good help around her cottage as well as a source of humor if he spends a lot of time with her. In turn, it'd be likely that she'd be his reason for keeping himself under control in the first place.
I actually see benefits on both sides of this relationship. Fluttershy has had a hard time standing up for herself. Sure, she's managed time and time again, but only after several things brought her down. Discord could supplement Fluttershy's backbone. For Discord, after Three's a Crowd in Twilight's Kingdom, we know that he really tries to insert himself into the lives of his friends. I can imagine a relationship strengthening Discord's self-esteem. In short, Fluttershy needs Discord, and Discord wants to be needed.
I can give you the second half of that statement, but he's got a long way to go before he'd be able to hold down anything serious or provide any kind of real emotional support.
On that note, let's make our way to the Downs. I imagine this may take a while.
Right you are. As of Season 4, we've only seen him learn how to rein himself back, not take advantage of trust, and to not betray friendship for something seemingly better. He's had to get his tail kicked several times just to learn the basics of being a decent member of society. It'll be a while yet before he understands things like conflict resolution among any of the other lessons that the rest of the characters have gone through and put into practice. I'm not certain about Discord being any kind of backbone for Fluttershy either. She's been working on growing one herself, and she's already got a quintet of best friends to help back her up. Adding others to that group would be difficult in the best case scenario and superfluous in the worst case. Then consider Fluttershy in general. This is a character who typically needs to be extremely familiar with someone or in the presence of an animal before she can function at full capacity. She's made a great deal of progress as the seasons have gone by, yes. However, I doubt she's anywhere near ready for a romantic situation. What would she do if she was shown romantic affection? Would she recognize it? Would she know what to do? Odds are she'd shrivel up back into a nervous wreck, much less be able to reciprocate anything.
If this remains the case indefinitely, then what progress is made on Fluttershy's part? Opening up to more and more people, given it has to be gradual, will have her on her way to properly participating in everyday society. As of now, we already see her growing. Who's to say that Fluttershy will halt her social development where she is now? It very well may be that she will open up to another influence in her life, and even a romantic one, given that her future endeavors push her as they had in the past. All of Fluttershy's advances have been extremely difficult, so why should we let this one be discounted because of its difficulty?
Well, I'm talking to the current state of her character as I've observed in others who are similar to her. But let's say we get past all those aforementioned points. Now we have to deal with a compatibility issue. Discord's antics might be fun at first, but that's the kind of thing that can get annoying really quickly if taken above the recommended dosage. It'd just be a matter of time before jokes started sparking arguments.
Fluttershy isn't the only one who has a lot to learn before they can truly function in society. Discord's jokes are bound to offend someone, so why try preventing the inevitable? If anything, Fluttershy would be the best one to have the jokes pulled on. Fluttershy, when pushed far enough, makes it clear that she's been pushed too far. The reason Discord got away with everything he did in Three's a Crowd is because he knew he was able to get away with it. Fluttershy would only let the jokes go on for so long before either exploding and shocking Discord into realizing his errors, or falling apart and making Discord guilty. Either way, enough of that treatment is bound to eliminate the problem.
I have trouble believing that, but I won't deny the possibility. However, you're still missing an even bigger question. Is Fluttershy the type of person to have eyes for someone outside of her species in the first place? And even if you pull the Disparity card on me, which is another can of worms unto itself, we've still got the question of whether or not she'd develop feelings for a friend. In my life's experience, this is highly unlikely. It's very possible, however, that Discord would develop feelings for Fluttershy. Heck, it's possible that he already has. Between everything I've already mentioned, the odds of Fluttershy ever being able to reciprocate that affection are nearly zero. So we are practically asking for the scenario of the Aviator's song Monster to play out. And I don't even want to get into the implications behind the fact that one of these characters is likely immortal because I'm depressed enough as it is.
As far as the species argument, it's really hard to tell given that there's no evidence toward any interest on Fluttershy's part. We really have no way of telling if there's a species barrier because one has never even been mentioned. Equestria, or at least the parts we've seen, are all populated by ponies almost exclusively. The fact that several species all share the same intelligence could mean that the pony-exclusive relationships could only be a matter of availability. When it comes to developing feelings for a friend, however, and the odds of that, I must agree with you. It's more than likely for one side to grow deeper feelings, but for both parties involved, it's very unlikely. Also, I have to agree with everything you said about Fluttershy's affection. The things we've seen her contribute to her current friendships were far less powerful than what's necessary for a successful relationship. For a relationship to work, she needed to deliver more than just a kind word or silent support. In her social interactions, Fluttershy needs a balance of people. Too many, it becomes overwhelming. Not enough, and it's too demanding of her contributions. The fact that relationships are one-on-one means that more pressure is put on Fluttershy than she can realistically handle. So now I'm obligated to ask, even though I already know the answer. Brawny Buck, ship it or skip it?
Skip it like hot scotch on hot asphalt. And there's no way that that's the wrong answer, so what do I win?
Win?
Yes. This is a game show, isn't it? That's how you got me here in the first place.
Oh, that prize. Well, you see, my payment on the slot machine was overdue, so...
That is an extremely poor allocation of your show's budget. What did you think was going to happen at the end of the show?
Congratulations, Brawny Buck, for playing you win the grand prize of my leftover slice of apple pie in the fridge backstage.
Very well. That's good enough for me.
And with that ends another game of Ship It or Skip It. I'm your host, Capslock, and I hope you tune in again.
There is pie back there, right?